What is good, beautiful people? Welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Shan. If you're new here, thank you so much for coming through. If you're a regular here, you know what it is. You're my cousins. Sun is shining by me. I got my sour and ginger with a little bit of rum, and I'm ready to talk to you guys right there. This video is for anybody that's in like a situationship or a relationship and you know that it's dead. You know that you shouldn't even have been in this situation, this relationship. You know that you shouldn't have, but you're in it and you're stuck and you don't know how to leave, okay? This video isn't for people that are with somebody and you know that's the person that you're supposed to be with and you know it's the person that you want to be with, okay? This video is for my people that are in a dead situation, because we all know somebody that is. It might be you that is. And I'm going to talk to you about the reasons why you might feel stuck. Okay, thanks for coming through, guys. If you haven't already, follow me on Spotify, where I drop weekly, unfiltered, unscripted voice notes to chat to you guys a little bit more than I already do. Follow me on TikTok and check out my website, where I offer one-to-one support and a couple of workshops. You will find all the links in the description. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And guys, let's get into it. The first reasons why people stay in a relationship or situationship longer than they should is due to fear. I feel like fear is at the root of all the reasons that I'm going to talk about in this video. You might have a fear of being alone, seeing the person with somebody else. There's so many reasons why people are scared to leave the situation that they're in and leave the space that they're in. It's understandable, because the human brain just wants to protect you. The human brain just wants you to feel safe. So if you've been with somebody for a long period of time and you've developed a connection with them, it is hard to leave. Like, let's not dismiss that, okay? Let's not downplay how hard it is to separate and leave and call it quits. But what fear does do is keeps you in a situation longer than you're supposed to be in the situation. Initially, you might have known that person wasn't for you, but now you're in it. It might be hard to leave because there's the fear of hurting someone's feelings. You've invested all this time and all this energy. You have all these experiences together, going on holidays, going on spas and all the rest of it. There's that fear of letting go of everything that you've built. Fear holds people captive and stagnant from moving forward. I get it, like, people don't necessarily get together, get into a relationship, get married, or get into a situationship. Well, situationships might be different actually, because okay, just 1 or 2 times and then I'm done. But situationships is different, all right? People don't necessarily get together with the intentions of breaking up. And this is why I'm all for taking your time before you do commit to being with somebody, because you don't want to miss the red flags. You don't want to be able to not discern if this person's for you or not. And when you rush into it, you miss it all. And then it's too late. You're attached, you're in with the family, got all of this going on. You think you're the savior. What do you mean by that, Shan? What do you mean by that? What I mean is that the person that you're with has some issues going on. They have their own personal issues. They have their own insecurities. And you might be the only person that knows. You might be the only person that understands. You might be the only person that they can talk to and open up to about the issues that they've got or the insecurities. And it's possible that you might feel a guilt to leave because they might not have anybody else that they can talk to about the things that's going on. Difficult, huh? The question is, should you stay because of those reasons? Like, what about you? What about your happiness? What about your life? What about what you want? And I'm not saying that we shouldn't be there for people, but if you are trying to get out of a situation or a relationship that you know that you should not have been in, or it's dead, or whatever it is, you have to consider these things, okay? Because we ain't God. We can't save people. And matter of fact, you might be getting in the way. That person might need to meet somebody else that can support them in a better way than you can, okay? Because your heart probably isn't in it the way that it should be if you want to leave. So get out the way. Get out the way. Go, get out the way. Get out the way. Out the way. Because God probably wants to do something in that person's life, but he can't, because you're there with your big head trying to be the savior and support that person. But you know it's not your job to do that, okay? So don't let guilt and fear keep you hostage, okay? Don't do it to yourself, because one thing that we have to understand is that we are never stuck in a relationship. We are never stuck in a situationship unless you're in an abusive relationship, which if you are, please like get out. I don't know what you can do. Message me. I don't know what I can do. But if someone is watching this and you are in an abusive relationship and you being controlled and manipulated and all of those things, what can I say? Get help. Like, don't be scared. And I can't say I've been in that myself, so I don't really know what to say, but get out. I don't know. Call the helplines on Google. Reach out whichever way you can. Like, I'm so sorry if you are. Pray. Don't stop praying. Ask God for a way out. And that's the thing, you know, like, now I'm not talking about abusive relationships. Going back to what I was saying is we are never stuck and held hostage in these situationships and relationships. Like, we have choices, and I think when it's difficult to let go, it feels impossible to let go, right? You feel like you can't, you feel stuck, you feel like you can't get out of it, you feel like you're tangled in a web, you feel like you're stuck, but actually you're not. Like, you're not. Like, you have free will, you have choices. Like, you can decide whether to stay or go. You can decide whether to keep this going. Do you get what I'm saying? When you're in it, you know all these things, but it's still hard to apply it, right? But I'm telling you, you're not stuck. You're not stuck. You can get out. Like, it's a choice that you're making every day, which forms a habit, and it's a lot of our habits that keep us in these relationships. Like, some of these people need to get blocked. Straight up. Some of these people shouldn't be having access to your house. Like, take back the key. Practical steps on what to do. Take back the key. Yeah, their mum invites you for dinner. I'm sorry, Mummy Sandra, I can't come. Yeah, and it's about being firm, being assertive, being respectful, and drawing boundaries. Drawing boundaries where you can. Otherwise, you're gonna be in it forever, and you're not happy. You're frustrated. You know that you deserve better. You know that this isn't for you. And you know what? Let's be honest, yeah. Like, there's actually good men out here. Yeah, like, I'm not gonna sit here and say every situation that a person's in is because they're being treated bad. You could be with someone that's amazing. You could be with someone that's treating you good. Not everything that is good is for you. Okay, there's so many good things in the world. There's so many good trainers and shoes and clothes, right? Doesn't mean I should have them all. Yeah, just because it's good, it doesn't mean it's for you. And sometimes when the person's a good person, that's even harder, because you feel like, why would I leave them? They're good, they treat me good, they do this, they do that, they do this, they do that, but they're still not for you. Okay, there's a good plan and there's God's perfect plan. Okay, and just because it's good, don't get it twisted. It doesn't mean that it's for you. Don't feel guilty for leaving someone that's good. And someone might say, oh, well, this is what I'm saying. All these women leave all these good men, and then they complain there's no good men in the world, and blah, 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 blah. Listen, yeah? We're not just here to shack up with anybody and everybody, okay? We're here to be with the person that's right? Another reason why people don't leave. The sex is good, okay? The D is good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's good. It's good. You love it. You want it. You need it. Good sex, like... And what does good sex make you feel like, women? How does it make you feel? Yeah, you love him now. Yeah, the good D, you want him now, you love him. Yeah. Checking his status every minute, because the sex is good. You don't want to let him go, but you know that actually you're getting a bit attached, you're in your feelings, like you might want a little bit more. A lot of the time we play ourselves because we know we want more, we want something serious, we deserve something serious. For whatever reason, we play ourselves into thinking, I can just have a casual situation and I can just have sex with him and it's all good. I'm okay. But are you okay? But are you okay with the way that it is right now? Are you okay with it just being that? Like, don't play yourself and tell yourself that that's all you want, or you don't even care about anything serious when you do. Why do we tell ourselves that we don't care about things when actually we do? Do we do it to convince ourselves that we don't care, or to convince our friends that we don't care? But it's okay to care. Like, it's okay to admit that you care to yourself, because right now you've probably started smoking, you've probably started to emotional eat, you cutting up people on the road and cussing out. Why? Because you're in a situation that you're saying that you're okay with, but your heart knows that you're not okay with it. Okay, good sex, good deed can keep you in a situation that you know isn't serving you, you know isn't the best for you. Like, please, just let it go. Another reason why you stay in the situation that you're in with the person that you're with is due to insecurities and thinking that I have all these insecurities, I have all these flaws. is anybody else going to accept me? And the person that you're with right now, the person that you're seeing right now, knows all your flaws, knows all your insecurities, and you're comfortable. You're comfortable with them. And there's that fear of meeting somebody else and having to be vulnerable. Again, this is rooted in fear. This is rooted in a lack mentality. There's billions of people on this planet. If you're thinking like that, that means you have a lack mentality and you're not thinking abundantly. Like, there's billions of people in the world, and I know it sounds so childlike when children say, oh, I know there's billions of sweets in the cupboard, mom, can I have one? And there's someone out here that will treat you exactly how you deserve to be treated. Someone out here that will love you with all your flaws, all your insecurities, and won't want you to change who you are. Okay, so you need to snap out of that mindset and be willing to accept that actually I can leave this person. And you need to know that you can leave this person and not have to hold on due to you being comfortable and them knowing all your flaws and insecurities. And you have this lack mentality thinking, but what if I don't find anybody else? What if there's nobody else out here that's going to want me? But wouldn't you rather be happy single and alone than be with somebody and be annoyed and feel stressed and have a lack of peace and constantly have it on your head that this person isn't for you? Because I know for some of you it plays on your head all the time. Like, another thing, if you didn't meet anyone ever again, meet anyone that you was compatible with, anyone that you was attracted to, anyone that you could build a life with, if you didn't meet anyone ever again, you still should want to leave the situationship. You still should want to be out of the relationship, because isn't your peace and your happiness more important? And I feel like when you stay in situations that are no longer serving you, it slows you down in some way, shape or form. Because it's not flowing, go where it flows. And if you're not growing together, you're dying together. You don't want to be in anything that's stagnant. Like I said, healthy relationships go through their ups and downs, but we ain't talking about that right now. We ain't talking about that right now. We ain't talking about that. If you're someone that's an anxious person, you have an anxious attachment style, that can really affect whether you let go or not, but it makes you want to latch onto them even more to take away that uncomfortable feeling. So, you know, like, you could break up with someone today knowing that it's the right thing to do, but because now you feel anxious and they message you saying, do you want food? You're like, yeah, of course, like, yeah, chicken wings, 8 chicken wings. Now you're happy that they're back. You're happy that you're back on track because now you don't feel anxious. And sometimes the cycle gets repeated, not because things have changed, because you didn't want to feel anxious. You didn't want to feel that horrible, uncomfortable feeling that you have to go through when you separate from somebody. Because let me tell you, it's a process, okay? Like, that anxiety, that void, that horrible, deep gut feeling that you feel when you break up with somebody or you separate or whatever, it's not nice, okay? But unfortunately, you have to go through it. But fortunately, those feelings are temporary and they don't last forever. Yo, if you ain't subscribed yet, if you haven't subscribed yet, I don't know what you're doing, because you know that I'm dropping gems. Like, you know that I'm confident of it. Like, listen, your girl has experience, okay? Like, I have experience at my big 33-year-old age. I have experience and I'm here to help somebody, okay? To break cycles, like you're in vicious cycles and you know there's better for you. You know that you shouldn't be in this situation. You know you shouldn't be in this relationship. And it's time to let go. Take back the key. Don't let them back in. No, I'm not coming for dinner today. No, it's okay. I don't want the gifts. Because let me tell you something, yeah? People will shower you with gifts because they know that you like the gifts. They know your love language. Maybe they're not intentionally trying to manipulate you, but it's a form of manipulation to get you back. And you have to learn to say no. Oh, but you know, it was my birthday and he bought me something. You might have to start rejecting the gifts. You have to cut those connections and those ties if you're really serious about moving forward with your life. Yo, I'm thirsty, yo. Another reason, fearful of being alone. Like, mate, like, when you're alone, yeah, you discover so much about yourself. Like, you don't want no one to interrupt your space. Don't invade my space. You don't want no one over here. Like, being alone, it does get lonely, but it's worth it, because you learn stuff about yourself that no one could have ever taught you. You learn stuff about yourself that you would never have learned whilst you was in a relationship, or maybe you would have. I don't know. Maybe, who knows? Would you rather be alone and happy, or be with someone and unhappy? Some of you guys are in a situation or relationship and the person makes you feel anxious all the time, like you're always on eggshells, you always feel like you're gonna say something wrong or do something wrong, like you ain't got time for that. You have to get over that fear. Nothing good happens in comfort zones. You might be worrying about all the possibilities, but you have to go through the process, and take one step at a time, take one day at a time. Like, you're thinking about how everything's gonna go and you're overthinking it and you're ruminating and you're deep in it all, but actually just focus on today. And you know what? God always gives you a way out, but sometimes we put ourselves back in the situation and then we say the same prayer that we said the last time, but God already gave you a way out, and now you're back saying the same thing, like, God, help me get out of this. How do I get out of this? How do I let him go? How do I let her go? Stop putting yourself back in the same thing that God's trying to set you free from. Right? Stop doing it to yourself, because sometimes a lot of the stress that we experience is because of what we do, because of the situations we put ourselves in. Okay, like, we want better for ourselves, and time is precious. There's plenty of people out here waiting to meet a beautiful person like you. A beautiful person like you. You're beautiful. I don't even know what you look like. I don't even know if you subscribed, but you're beautiful. Subscribe. I'll be dropping YouTube videos every Tuesdays and Thursdays. And catch me over at Spotify, where every Sunday I'm dropping voice notes. Like, I gotta talk. So guys, you don't want to miss out. Holla.